The second part of our national forecasting work focuses on children and young people. And here the research that's robust is less available than for adults. So there are fewer groups where we've been able to section out what we expect the likely impact in terms of demand for services will be. However, as a general headline figure, the expectation is that as a result of Covid-19, 1.5 million children and young people in England will need mental health services. And how that's broken down is as follows. So for the general population, aged between 5 and 19, we would expect that 405,992 will need help for depression, and a further 116,000 will need support for post-traumatic stress disorder. There are then specific population groups within children and young people. So those who've experienced quarantine and social isolation, there were 3.25 million people aged between 11 and 16 who experienced this. And we expect there are two diagnoses which will emerge, depression, which is for 459,000, and 407,000 for anxiety. So these are large numbers that are coming to us. With bereavement, whilst Covid-19 has tended to affect people who are older, we do know that a lot of people have lost parents, and we estimate that actually just under 10,000 children will have lost their parents due to Covid-19. And so therefore of those, 1,121 will need mental health support to help them to deal with their trauma and their grief. The number of children in ICU with Covid was mercifully low at 66 children. That is still 66 too many, but at least it is not a massively high number. In terms of this forecast, we believe that about only 3 will need mental health support to help them to deal with the after effects of the treatment that they have received. So the total impact is 1.5 million children, and we expect this number to change, and it's likely to grow as we take into account other factors which will impact on their mental health. But again, as with the adult forecast, this is about preparation and having a national number, because if you have the number, then you have the information that you need to begin preparing the services that will be required.